Hello everybody. Compassion and courage are two weapons that can eradicate all the problems that our world faces today. While growing up, fortunately, we didn't have a lot of money in the family. And I'd say fortunately, because for us, Eid as a festival was like, very, after 30 days of fasting, you have this festival, and then kids crave for glittering attires. There were Eids when we did not have glittering attires. Yet, I could see my parents never turning anybody down. Not a single person who needed help was turned down. I realized very young that, the word social work should probably be replaced by the word social duty. Growing up, I realized that how fortunate I was to have such loving parents, to have an opportunity to go to school with our limited means. For everything that the society has done for us, we have a social debt that we repay by whatever little that we do. Maybe we can't repay it our entire life, but at least we attempt. 70 million people with disabilities in our country and over 1 billion across the world. Yet the problem is a larger statistics. And you know what that is? That is the disability in our perceptions that stops us from seeing the magic in their abilities. I started Mitti Cafe, a chain of cafes completely managed by adults with physical, intellectual, and psychiatric disabilities at the age of 23. While in college, with a single aimed dream to show the world the magic of abilities. In the next few minutes, I will take you through journeys that will tell you that if there is a storm, trust the storm to attack, to clean your weaknesses, and to unlock what you can't imagine you could be. So when I started Mitti Cafe, when I was 23, just out of college, I started it with empty pockets, failed sales attempts, multiple rejections. I remember I did not even know what CapEx and OpEx is. So when you start, a lot of us entrepreneurs feel that, the first year is the most difficult year. I would differ. You know why? Because when resources are scarce, that's the time you're the most creative. That's the time you're desperate. And desperation is a great asset for any entrepreneur out there. Desperation, leech-like attitude. So when I didn't have a single rupee to start my cafe, I went out door to door, house to house, asking people to own this initiative. Right from my spoon to my second-hand oven, the second-hand fridge, were all donated by the community. In my first cafe, which was in a dilapidated tin shed full of generations of rats. I still remember the first day this girl came in for the interview. She came in crawling because at that point of time, her family could not afford a wheelchair. A lot of things biology cannot explain. So if you would give her this clicker, her hands would shake and it would fall. You would give her a cup of coffee, her hands would shake and it would fall. Today, the same girl, sitting on her wheelchair, she manages 10 other people with disabilities. She is the manager for our first cafe, and there she is. So, and together, our team of adults with disabilities have served over 7 million meals, thereby enabling us to create awareness about inclusion, about the magic of abilities with every meal served. So you see this little boy here, about 3 feet in height. So when he came in, he did not know the concept of wearing slippers or brushing his teeth. He came in with a gamcha. I was told he was rejected at 80+ jobs, post which we got lucky. So and I've not even cropped the picture. So this is Mr. Bhairappa's first few days. Today, this same boy, you see that orange arrow, you see what's written in green? He's leading our entire team at Infosys, and he's here today with us. And not just that. You know, for persons with disabilities, when they come in, for the world to see their abilities, that comes at a later stage, that they will, inshallah. But it's about the challenges to show them the mirror to their abilities, their own abilities, because for years they've been told they will never find a job. Bhairappa found a job. They've been told because of their disability, they will never find something which everybody wants. And you know what that is? Love. Bhairappa was told that. And then you know what happened? Then he met Rupa. And he met Rupa at our cafe at Wipro. I don't even know, we're always like working OT, and how they met, they fell in love. That only they know, and they don't even tell me the story. But he met Rupa, they fell in love. Rupa's also got dwarfism and motor disability, and they got married. Mitti Cafe has played Cupid at a lot of instances. मतलब बहुत प्यार है Mitti Cafe में. So we have Ratna and Baswaraj, both are wheelchair able. They have gotten married. We have Gauri and her husband, both are 100% visually impaired. They have gotten married. So much of love I can't handle. Arey, Corona aaya, COVID came. Very sad. So I've even put like a sad COVID. So 13 of our centers run completely by adults with disabilities. Lock. Went into hibernation. Hundreds and thousands of people with disabilities engaged with us that we had to support. And then you know what happened? Then we realized we went back to our root. That believe in the power of the community. We reached out to the community and we tell the community that imagine, you know, we're all going through lockdowns, right? I mean, if you're at home, then it's a problem. If you're going out, then it's a problem. We're all getting frustrated at home because of a lockdown, because of COVID. Imagine people with disabilities are kept in a lockdown for an entire lifetime because of the disability in our perception. Because today, if a Sadiq wants to go out and work on his wheelchair, if today a Kirti wants to go, there is inaccessible infrastructure. There is a lack in opportunities because our perceptions don't give them an opportunity. And I told the community, Mitti Cafe belongs to you. I remember when I started and I didn't have money. Right from my spoon to the second-hand oven was donated by the community. Not just that, I remember talking to the local electrician. Uncle, please, you take, instead of 500, please take 300, and then we agreed on a 400. He came, he repaired, he saw what we're doing, he said, Namaste, ma'am, I'm going. I said, no, please take your money. And he said, no, this is my contribution to the society. The local printer refused to charge us. The local vegetable vendors, when I started my cafe, donated vegetable baskets. Do what you want to with it. And we made lights out of it. And these are lessons about the power of the community, because that's the only way you can grow exponentially. By uniting people, by giving them ownership, by telling the community, you own Mitti Cafe, you own the cause. And that's what we did. In less than 15 days, we were able to raise over 9 million with which we could support our team. Not just that. You know, when gratitude is something that's infectious, more infectious than COVID, very infectious. So you see, when the community did so much for us, many of our team members, many of them have been rehabilitated from the road, who were either begging or were homeless and were earning with dignity. They realized how much unknown people they will never meet. These people perhaps, and they came out there, right from 50 rupees to lakhs is what they supported our team with. Our team was so emotional. And you know what they came and they told me? One boy, he's got cerebral palsy and autism. His name is Hemant. Hemant tells me, Didi, log bhooke hain, people are hungry, and we know how to cook. What are we doing? And then you know what we did? Whether it is a single-handed warrior Murthy who works with one hand, Lakshmi, she's a single mother of 2 children, only earning member of her family. She can't hear or speak. She earns, she works, that one day she has a dream that her children will grow up and take her on a world tour. Or whether it's Gauri with 100% visual impairment. Hemant saves money every month diligently. I tell him, take me for shopping, yeah. But no. He saves money every month. He's got cerebral palsy and autism. His dream. One day, मैं अपना घर बनाऊंगा. One day I will build my own house. All of them, or Sadiq on his wheelchair, they decided that they are going to stand up for the country in need. This is the first time in the world, and I wonder why, that persons with disabilities, we started with a few hundred meals. Our team of adults with disabilities have served over 20 lakh meals, that is 2 million meals to the economically vulnerable during the COVID-19 crisis, hence by proving that if given the right kind of faith, empowerment, that opportunity to fail, we all fail, yeah, but fail and still being appreciated. They can show you magic where persons with disabilities not just support themselves and their families, primary, but they support the nation in need. And this is what has been a possibility only because we thought it's a possibility. Now, as our cafes were shut and we have a very difficult set of team to work with, they want to work and earn with dignity. Not satisfied with getting support sitting at home. So I kept getting calls and I kept getting calls and I kept getting calls where they said, we want to come back, we want to earn. Now all corporate institutions are shut, so we are within Infosys, Wipro, ANZ Bank, Accenture, Wells Fargo and so on, and all of them are in hibernation and they'll open eventually after whenever things become better. So what did we do? We immediately pivoted as a team. And we said, okay, we will start cafes in hospitals. We will start cafes in public spaces. We will start cafes within residential complexes. During COVID, we didn't just survive, we scaled. And all because of the support of the community, all because of the determination of that team, all because that 50 rupees that somebody supported somebody they did not even know in person with, all because we're united in humanity, is the reason why we could survive and thrive. When we talk about community, okay, so Mitti Cafe, doing well, great, survived, scaled during COVID, but what about our other NGO partners? So many NGOs working with acid attack survivors, tribal women, persons with disabilities, widows, left with zero revenue, making products and left with zero revenue because of COVID. And we decided we cannot let them be. They are us. They are what we represent. We decided we're going to start a platform called Mitti Good Gifts, where we give people an opportunity to gift for good, where we give the community the opportunity to gift back livelihood by buying a product from a person with disability, which is made with love by an acid attack survivor, which is made with love by a tribal woman out there. And we could sell out thousands and thousands and thousands of gifts in just a short span of time. And I truly standing here, I believe that was possible only because of the intent. Intent is something that is so powerful. We wanted to not leave others behind as we grew. And growth can be cancerous as we develop. Development is inclusive. I want to tell all of you all here that it is so important that we have courage. So I say, have courage and be kind. For where there is kindness, there is goodness. And where there is goodness, there is inevitable, irrevocable magic. And I have a secret to tell you. for that person who's discriminated because of a disability, because of his or her race, religion, gender, thoughts. You are their magic, all of y'all here. For Leelavati Dadi, 80 years old, left by her children at the Mumbai railway station. You are her magic. For that woman out there who's a survivor of sexual violence, who's been told, named and shamed that it is her fault. Your voice could be that magic. For that little Zoe, whose bones break every day because it's like glass, your voice telling her, little Zoe, you can grow up and conquer the world. That is the magic. The magic is in you. When you change your perceptions, when you stand up for every Kirti out there, for whom economic independence and dignity is not yet a reality. The magic is in all of you. And to end with, something that I always believe in. All of y'all sitting here are innately amazing. Like amazing, outrageously good, and can bring about a difference in the lives of so many or that one person. All of y'all can. So as we know, and I'll translate it, काटे चाहे जितना परों से हवाओं को, खुद से ना बच पाएगा तू. तोड़ आसमानों को, फूक दे जहानों को, खुद को छुपा ना पाएगा तू. कोई भी ले रास्ता, तू है हंसता, अपने ही घर आएगा तू. No matter how much you'll try to run away from yourself, your innate goodness, your innate passion, your innate ability to bring about a difference in somebody's life, to do that good to just that one person, however much you run away from it, it's like a circle. You will follow yourself. And one day, I promise, if you have the intent and the faith, you will be the magic that I believe exists in each one of y'all to bring about change. Thank you so much.